about budget. Oh, okay.
How you doing?
You know, after you retire, they probably won't have any budget cuts then.
There you go. I was actually on TV once. I was in Mission Hills at the time, and guess what the subject was?
I'm sorry, Mark.
Unfortunately, these things do roll around periodically. And what keeps us going, of course, is advocacy from groups like y'all. And so personally, I'd like to say thank you to all of you for your advocacy and your support of the library. But as far as the budget cuts go, we don't know what the final decisions are gonna be. Right now, they're talking about closing Sundays and Mondays. And they'll vote on it, I guess, around mid-June, and we'll know exactly what they've got in mind at that time. So I'll keep you all updated as best as I can, but I'm sure you are watching the news for my picture on the paper again. Hopefully it won't happen.
Any comments, questions for Mark?
Is there anything we can do to support you?
Whenever the council talks about cutting library budget, you can show up at a council meeting, that's great, that's wonderful.
And boo them?
Yeah, hold up your sign, libraries, yeah.
Throw books at them?
Actually, we had 147 speakers on Monday, plus about another 30 or 40 online. So we have been advocating at the, at city council. I've been around it. So one week was so stressful and so hectic because we had representatives from all of San Diego County, the city, advocating for librarians. We had so many people, all of all ages. So once Raul comes as well, you can ask him questions because Missy and Raul have really, they have been working on what not to cut, but it is what it is. So they've been very, very helpful, and it's been a hard time for them too, so when it comes, please stand up.
And you can contact your council member, let them know how you feel, whether it's for or against, and I'm hopeful it's for, but contact your council members and let them know what your opinion is.
And Councilmember Foster has been working for us, and Councilmember Rivera and Councilmember,
I think he might be able to tell you how to do that.
he's with the county.
I'm with the county.
You can still tell. Talking to
City,
our
county,
local
all San
political
Diego.
representative. And letting him know how you feel about library services and the budget cuts and all
Yeah, best way to do that is to check in with their website and see if they're holding any budget forums, and then also just to call the office. Yeah, show up at city council meetings, at county meetings, and voice your opinions.
that. There you go.
Can you introduce yourself, please?
Yes, I am Joshua Dunn. I'm a community representative for Supervisor Monica Montgomery Sepp at the County Board of Supervisors. Yes.
Thank you.
And the last thing Alita asked me to do is give you the patron door count up for May up to date. As of this morning, it was 4,659. I have to caveat that because the janitor unplugged the gate a couple times. And so we lost a couple days worth of counts. So I apologize about that. I didn't notice that right away, but it's as good as we're gonna get as far as the number goes.
Well, for us being a smaller library, I made sure that the city council knew that in October we had over 10,000 patrons coming to this library. So our numbers are very helpful. Thank you, Mark.
Oh, and don't forget our Juneteenth Jazz at the library on June 14th at 11 a.m. For the kiddies, we got summer enrichment programs Monday through Thursday starting at 1. And of course, summer reading program starts, and I assume you all read. So I assume you all are going to sign up and read your 10 hours.
we can sign up and read?
Yeah.
Okay, because I tried to sign up for a reading program last year at Kensington, and I had a great conversation with the librarian about like how I would get like free hamburgers, and then it turned out that it was for kids. I was so excited.
Okay, I gotta say the prices are fairly poor this year. This is me being honest, but nevertheless, it does support our numbers when you participate in our programs, so. Again, I know y'all support the library, so that's one way you can support us, so you boost our numbers up a bit.
Okay.
Thank you, Mark.
Yeah, thank you, Mark.
Thank you.
Sorry about that
And
question.
we also would like to thank the whole staff because the staff is always very, very helpful. So thank you, staff. Okay, Michael.
Treasurer's report. Savings account, we have $4,506.02. No donations last month. Checking account at the end of April, we had $4,233.31. We had 3 deposits for $1,432. There was a $1,200 donation for the Juneteenth event. We made $102 on our April book sale, $30 membership, and then a $100 donation for the student participants from our earlier program 2 months ago. Expenditures, we had $500 for the Young Jazz Lions who will be here on Juneteenth. $94.92, that was food and drink for the architect presentation of the new library. $230 for sweet treats, that's for Juneteenth. And then an order for jazz posters at $13.34 for Juneteenth. And that's that. And then Diane and I, not here. Oh, there she is, okay.
She's at the kids'
We've been working on the PayPal and Venmo accounts, so we can start those, but we ran into a little trouble, so we're still working on that. Any questions?
Vicky?
Oh, I gotta call you back. Yes. Yes, the dog needs to be fed.
And happy.
They really like that.
Hi, I'm Vicki Church. I'm kind of the chair for the book sale that's over here. And the biggest question that everybody is asking is when are we gonna do the big book sale, like out front? We are going to shoot for Saturday, July 26th. That is all pending on what happens with the budget determinations and what they finally say for libraries and everything else. Saturday's not on the board for their discussions, but we don't know what they'll say that could happen.
You're on my calendar in ink, it has to happen.
The second thing is, we've had a lot of folks who either had neighbors moving or they were helping clear out an estate or other things of that sort, and they had books that they need to do something with them. So we'd like to let you know that we are open to accepting books. If you got a whole large quantity that's gonna come in, kind of touch bases with us first. If you get a hold of the staff, they've got my number, they've called me, like, Vicki, you have to come in, we just got 12 boxes of books to go through and whatnot. But it's not just books, there could be like DVDs, CDs, ephemera, you know, like steampunk, if somebody's gonna do some artwork or other things on there, we can do something with that, okay? We get people come in and they want all sorts of different things. So if you have someone, the only thing that we cannot take water damaged books, we cannot take bug infested books, And we cannot take, books or materials that have a heavy like smoke from a fire or cigarette smell to them, because a lot of us are sensitive to what that is. Now, we can go for an old book smell. Many of you probably recognize what that is, especially if you walked in a library or whatever. So we ask you to please take that into consideration, let your neighbors know or other folks, especially if they're doing some of their cleaning out. Here's the thing is, we do have a section that we consider as the ye old books. Those are the ones from 1910, 1890, all sorts of other things that are on it. Because some of them have the most amazing graphics or artwork or other things that are in them. Yeah, they're a little tattered and worn and other things that are there, but it's just beautiful work that goes in it. That's it. So we thank you very much for those of you who shop at the book sale during the course of the month. Just as a reminder, the last Wednesday of the month, everything's half price over there, because right after that, we do like about a 50% shift of what the inventory is, trying to keep it up to date and moving things through. And we got a wonderful collection that came in that'll be going up on there, so thank you very much.
Thank you, Vicki.
It's my turn.
Any questions for Vicki? Okay, thank you. Okay.
Not a question, but I think like last month I met with Andrew, who's in charge of the online book sale.
Yes.
So, Urban Formation, he and I like trying to do sort of like a bi-weekly to and like bi-monthly, monthly like book review or a book spotlight where we like showcase the books that we have on sale.
Wait,
Both.
semi-month.
Like once a month, something like that. Yeah, once a month. To do highlight on the books that, the physical books that we have on sale, and also his online book sale. So there's that. Yeah.
Some people have donated absolutely wonderful books. And for those of you who don't read, a lot of them have really nice pictures. So, whatever's your speed.
Okay, Claudia.
Is there anything that you don't have what type of books? Just like what type of books? Do you take encyclopedias and stuff like that? Not really. They're not that popular.
I wish nobody had said that thing about books being half price, because I already have so many.
You cannot hear you.
Yeah, I'm
I
dead.
can hear you.
My name is Catherine Tran, and I guess I'm going to volunteer that
What school do you go to?
I go to Taft Middle School, and I'm in 8th grade.
You're a what?
I go to Taft Middle School, and I'm in 8th grade.
Can you please?
That's right.
Grader?
That's
Sorry.
My name is Paul Young, and I'm a 10th grader, and I go to Kearney High School.
And you want to be a part of the friends as well?
Paul?
All right. Good.
My name is Benton Wing. I go to Gosma High School as a freshman.
All right.
How did you all hear about Pennsylvania?
I heard through her because she passed by the library, so I'm fine.
Is there anyone else Claudia's asking?
We need a microphone.
She doesn't like you.
They get younger.
We can hear you.
I'm so excited that our young people are coming to the library and want to give up their time to the library and their community. So, welcome them, and we want you to come back. We meet once a month on the fourth Thursday of the month at 4 o'clock.
So please sign, and on the sign-in sheet as well. So, as of, the third quarter of last year, we had, two new members, which is Kaylin and Amber, and then, and Hassan. And then in December, we got Jackson Fox, and then in January, we had, so we have a total of 15 new members and volunteers, which is historical. Claudia, I named Claudia a new name. She's, Miss Queen Volunteer.
It's clean, volunteer.
Okay, so.
I'm a mess, thank you.
This never happened here.
Do we bow or curtsy?
Oh, definitely take a bow.
So thank you, all new members and all you beautiful volunteers, and thank you for helping out in everything that we're doing, from checking accounts to new accounts to whatever accounts. And, okay, Claudia, on Juneteenth, do you have something to talk about?
Yes. I really don't know what to say, because when this idea of inviting the Young Lions Dress Forum on Juneteenth, it was just sort of an idea. And I was really kind of shocked that they responded and said, yes, we would love to come and just like that. And then a number of volunteers, and most of them knew, said they would like to help. And so I'm going to read their names. Marie is not here today, unfortunately, but she volunteered to take care of ordering the food and going to different places to see what food would be most appropriate for that day. Ashley, she volunteered to take care of the activities. So after the performance by the Young Lions, we have some activities planned for the children. And so she's gonna organize that. And then Diana, who is over here, you show the poster that you developed.
Only because you came in second.
She's going to be, she's a musician, and she's going to read one of the books that we found. None of us had heard about this woman.
Está bien ya, yo ya lo firmé, ¿lo
Her
mando?
name is Melba Liston.
Ya.
And she
Ya, listo, lo mando.
was a trombone player. And so we're going to read that book, and then Will and Amber are going to have some sounds along with the reading. And Brooklyn, who's not here, she's a staff person, she was able to get some music to hand out to people. Alita had the idea of an essay contest, and in that essay contest, Alita, you want to say a little bit about the essay contest?
Sure. So we have a relationship with, Oak Park Elementary and so Oak Park has a music department, and, Harvard has a STEM program. So the principal said yes, that they wanted to be a part of the essay contest. At the very end, Oak Park got really busy and they did not participate. Carver, on the other hand, they've already sent their essays, they're amazing, even though they're in the STEM program, they have parents that are musicians. So the essays are really just beautiful. So we have first prize, second prize, and third prize. So they're really excited that we'll be here Juneteenth, and they will be presenting for their prizes.
on the 14th, and the young lions will play for an hour, and then in the second hour, we will have all the activities that we referred to. Yes.
Sorry if this isn't the appropriate time or place to mention this, but I did want to make sure that everybody knew because it's going to happen. Jazz 88 will be running PSAs starting, they said sometime after Memorial Day. So they're going to be running a promotion for this for probably a week and a half before. I'm really excited. They loved it. They're like, "Whoa, got a promotion for you."
So it's a wonderful opportunity for young people and everybody. And so, while I have the floor, I'd like to introduce a dear friend of mine who is here today. T. Ford. T. Ford and I worked at Grossmont College together. She's amazing. She has a law degree. She teaches African American literature, African American women's literature. She taught the class that she developed literature in the blues. She's just extraordinary. So I invited her today because of our students. She loves to teach. She's teaching at San Diego State, and she's taught at Grossmont College. And so I just want all of you to meet.
Can you be my defense attorney? I just asked you for a friend.
Okay, so since Raul Medina is here from the main library, he's the deputy director of operations. Do you have any updates? I don't think you do, but go ahead.
Thank you. Hi everybody, Raul Medina, deputy director in the library department. A quick update regarding the Oak Park bill is that well, in the last 2 weeks, there's been some progress made in the work between the architects, the design builders, and the feedback that the staff has been providing as far as the program to build the design, right? So a lot of back and forth questions on that. A couple weeks ago, some of you, or last month here, we presented an update with the design builders. And then subsequently, we had a meeting with the Eastern Area Planning Committee where there was another presentation there with the design. So I think there had been a lot of progress. Kind of from where we were in April with the proposed budget, the draft budget being fully funded, with us getting our $9.1 million grant, so on and so forth, with the design and all that. So right now we are in the middle of the design phase. We've met a lot of we've been through some of the big hurdles. There's some concerns, there's some questions. A lot of those things have been addressed. And as things continue to come up and as more progress we make on the design, we'll be back and we'll present those items and give monthly updates. But that's pretty much what I have for you today.
Any more questions for Raul?
How did it go at Eastern? Because I was sitting on an airplane.
It went really well. The feedback was incredible, all positive. I think just looking at the design and really the caliber of the design that the architects have put forward is just pretty phenomenal. So everybody was pleased. But yeah, that's what that meeting is for. You know, to get feedback, to see where folks are, to see if it's going to work in the community. It was good. We had great input too with Parks and Recreation. And so yeah, we just turned it around.
Are we still sort of phase on the sort of groundbreaking in August?
So the groundbreaking is, good question. and thank you for that question. It's going to be in the winter, so that means that it's probably gonna be maybe December, January timeframe. And I know because of the holidays, those typically get, a little bit busier. That's kind of what the estimate is from, engineering and capital projects and kind of working with the design team. We wanna put, a shovel in the ground as quickly as possible, just because not only is it because it's a priority project, but also because we have a grant, that we need to, make sure we extend. And so the construction can't come soon enough. But all that being said, I think that it's probably gonna be more in the January timeframe, just because, holidays and things typically tend to slow down, even though we don't want them to. But we also understand it's the holidays, people take off, for Christmas and then the New Year, there's still another holiday in between, so. Yeah, more to come on that. As soon as we get a better date, so we'll share that with you, because we wanted to do it.
Carter, do you have any questions? I just wanted to be sure that the young people who are new here today understand that we are getting a new library that will be in the very place better. So Raul gave us an update on the new library, and as you just said, they hope to break ground for that new library in January.
More or less like this, although there have been a number of changes on it since this thing.
So instead of 5,000 square feet, you're gonna be looking at 20,000 square feet with a real meeting room. And a whole separate area for a book sale.
Are you taking questions today?
I sure am.
Okay. We know this seems like mine,
Yeah.
But, I was looking at all that beautiful glass front, and then hearing about budget cuts, and how things are not, repaired or updated. And I just wondered with all that was, is there gonna be someone to upkeep that?
So there is, an opportunity for us to increase our budget at the time the project is delivered. So we have operational expenses that are, timed with the opening of the branch. So we are accounting for all of the maintenance, all of the operational needs that we're gonna have, materials, there's gonna be more books, so we're gonna need more money for books, that's gonna be increased. There's gonna be more equipment, so we're gonna need additional budget for more computers and, all of that stuff. There's gonna be more tables and chairs, so all of that budget, we've already projected, to increase, in that time frame. So we have what's called the 5-year financial outlook, and those are baked into those costs. Depending on, the landscaping is also part of that. There's gonna be increased landscaping, and then there's also, we're working on an agreement with parks. So we'll be able to maintain whatever's directly, in the library designated land. But because it's also part of, it's, nestled in between the Choice Park and that area is that, we also don't want just our section to look nice. We want everything else around it to be maintained. So that's what we're also working on. So to answer your question about the window washing, we do have those costs projected, but also I think that where we are today, with the budget prices, I think that's only gonna be for a couple of years. So by the time we build it, we'd be in the new budget, it's fiscal 28, so 27, 28. By that time, things should be kind of sorted out with the city. I think we kind of, I used to work in the Department of Finance, and I feel like every 10, 15 years, I guess, we come across these economic cycles, where we have reductions, and then, things are restored, positions are restored, budgets are restored. So I think we're going to be in a pretty good place regardless. What you brought up is one of the biggest things that the city's have a new building, but we don't really want to change things. And we want to make sure that that's not the case here. And we've been working towards that in our other library.
How many square feet?
It's 20,000 square feet.
20,000. So, as a visual person, 5 times this, 5 times.
Four times this one.
Four times.
Yeah, excuse me, 4.
4 times this.
I gotta go to the homework help.
And it's gonna be a little bit better than 4 times this because, the staff area that we have located back here, it's maybe about a quarter of this space, so we would have all of that, in addition. At the bottom, we also have a grand entrance, the 20,000 square feet is at the top, and we have 10,000 square feet below. So, now, but downstairs is a sorting facility that is gonna be for the staff, but that entrance, you'll be able to walk in, you'll be able to enjoy, scenery, the steps, the courtyard, it's gonna feel way bigger than that, because there's gonna be all those other, open spaces that you can enjoy, that, you can go out to the terrace, you can, enjoy, the space down at the plaza, inside plaza, it's gonna feel very
Is it still in the plans for the library to have that section, like in the basement, for book separating and the delivery?
Yes.
Sorting.
Yes, yes.
Thank you, Miss Ann?
Hi, Ann Cordon, with the book club, and we have great meetings, which I missed last month, so Claudia's gonna have to fill in on the book, but the last month's reading was The Last Nomad by a local author, and I'll probably, mangle her name, but she lives in Chula Vista. She reads, and we'd like to invite her to come talk to the library. And we thought, well, why just the book club? Why not make it, a Friends of the Library type of event where the community can come and hear about her experience and her writing a book about, it is a memoir. Yeah. So, it's The Last Nomad, Coming of Age in the Somali Desert. So, we're just proposing that, and we'd like to work with the Friends of the Library to, make this into a permanent event. And so we'll have to look at the calendar and see when it fits in, since we believe she's local. We'd also have to fit into her schedule. So, and we don't really know any of the particulars, whether it charges or anything like that. Or if we invite her to bring her books to see that, something could be done. So we're just putting that out there, and I'm not sure, what needs to be done to make it.
Miss Ann, we're very, very interested in your suggestions. And now that we have Fauna in presence here, hopefully that we can work together so that we can have a collaboration with Fauna and the Friends and bring as many community members as possible. So we'll work on that. Okay, she's an amazing one. Thank you, Miss Ann. Okay, I'm running a little bit late, but I want to make sure that we go to the next item on the agenda. And Claudia, would you like to invite our students up? Or where do you want them?
Sure. We have
We were just talking about We just said we're gonna have this meeting.
And we wanted to recognize their achievement in
terrific. And she said she was in high school, and so she came to us, and she brought her friend Amber. And Amber joined her and her sister, because those two have just been outstanding volunteers. And then Hassan contacted me. I think he was the second person who contacted me. He contacted me, and I think that was much business because I didn't turn his call right away. And then he persisted and said, I really want to volunteer. And I said, wonderful. So anyway, so Hassan has those three, along with Jackson, who's not here yet, have been extraordinary. They just bonded and have worked together in an amazing way. So thank you. All right. Okay, so please come to the front. Amber. Aman.
Because you came in late.
Kaden. Hassan. All right. So we have some very special commendations from some of our public officials. Jesse? Okay, so we have, no, Jesse. Okay. Jesse Brown is with Senator Akila Weber Pearson. And this is going to be the most honorable time because this is the first that we're getting commendations from our senator. Okay?
Sorry guys, I wasn't supposed to be here today.
Something told me to keep it from me too, I swear. Something told me to kick it up under there.
Everything you're doing here at the library and wish you much success and hope you'll stay around and continue to pour back into the community.
Kaylin, in the middle.
So I'll read what it says. It says, thank you for your generous service and dedication to the Oak Park Library. Your time, energy, and commitment have made a lasting impact on our community. We appreciate your efforts and celebrate the positive difference you continue to make. Thank you, Kaylin.
They're lovely, very lovely.
Reads the same for you as well.
Thank you.
Again, hi everyone, Supervisor Monica Montgomery Stepp, County Board of Supervisors, and I must say I love the representation happening right now between these offices. This is amazing that we're all here.
Yes.
This is great.
Wonderful.
I'll read mine as well. It says congratulations and thank you for your valuable contributions to the District 4 community. Your steadfast commitment to the public good has uplifted and strengthened the Oak Park Library cultural programs. Your efforts have made a lasting impact and inspire all who strive to create an inclusive society. So Kaylin, here you go. Thank you so much. Amber, thank you so much, Amber. Hassan, thank you so much, Hassan.
Congratulations.
And as you know, Supervisor Monica Montgomery Stepp was our
City.
4th District Council member. So she has been a champion of making sure that we got the funds for this library. And Bruce knows that as well. So Bruce, would you like to be next?
Of course. Greetings, everyone. It's good to be here. I just want to commend the Friends of the Oak Park Library for doing a wonderful job.
She did it. Yes.
Claudia, thank you, Claudia. And not only have they done great work in hiring interns and finding folks to do good things with our libraries, they're doing amazing things here in Oak Park. So I commend you, Elita, and every one of you for what you're doing to improve this community. Councilmember Foster, I wanted him to be here so bad, but he's got lots on his plate these days, but that doesn't mean that you guys aren't special. And tonight, we want to honor you with a special commendation, and it's presented by Councilmember Henry Foster III, City of San Diego, the 4th City Council District. On behalf of the City of San Diego, it is our honor and pleasure to acknowledge you three for volunteers as Volunteer Superstars 2025. Your commitment to honoring diverse cultures and histories through your volunteer work with the Friends of the Oak Park Library is truly remarkable. We deeply appreciate your contributions, which have left a meaningful and lasting impact on your community. Congratulations on your graduation. All right, so this is for Amber. Congratulations. And this is for Mr. Hassan, right? All right. Thank you. And Kaylin. Awesome. There you go. Thank you all so much. We appreciate you. Appreciate you. All right. Stay encouraged. All right.
Thank you, Bruce.
You're welcome.
We appreciate you very much. And last but not least, our mayor could not be here. As you know, he's very, very busy with the accident today. And he has really, really done his job in helping us get the $20 million, $29 million, or 30, whatever it is. So we're very thankful for the mayor as well. There is no representative here. Hopefully that one day we do have his representative come personally to be with us. Although our champion of the year is gonna give us the mayor's commendation.
Thank you. It's good to see you all again. Thank you for your participation. Thank you for volunteering. Thank you for setting aside time to be here, to work with us, and to be in the community and be involved. I think it's really special that we have your representation here because it's great to see young folks come and be involved and give and take, and it makes a big difference. So with that, I will say that I will read this certificate from the mayor's office in recognition. On behalf of the people of the City of San Diego, this certificate is presented in recognition of your graduation from Patrick Henry High School and volunteer work for the Friends of the Oak Park Library. The City of San Diego commends you for your efforts to give back to a place that has been a part of your journey. Congratulations on your accomplishments. Okay, there you go. Thank you.
You guys can take pictures. I'll be right back. Go ahead. Yeah.
Oh, Lord.
This is good practice for when you're all famous.
You and
This is to you from the Friends.
and
The Friends.
I wanted to get.
We need you.
I wish I would have be a
Just. Start here a little bit.
I'll probably do it longer than everybody.
There we go. 1, 2, 3. All right.
I wanted to get one. There's so many.
And because we have some very nice young new volunteers that are going to be with us. Thank you, Claudia. They have something to give to you. This way.
I wish I was shy, but I didn't even know. I came down.
And they would like
I was
to
about to
give
go
Claudia,
try to
this
fix my
little
car
kid.
myself into the bed. But I had seen, I was tired.
Yay, I'm glad you're here. Oh, this is so sweet.
Now, we do have one more ask of Kaylin, Amber, and Hassan. And we would like for them to read what they shared with us as our superstars. Would you please read it to your
Okay, well, I guess I'll go first. My name is Kaylin. I'm a senior at Patrick Henry High School.
Can you speak up a little?
Oh, yeah. My name is Kaylin. I'm a senior at Patrick Henry High School. I first got involved with the Friends of the Oak Park Library because I was looking for a way to connect more deeply with my community and give back to a space that had always felt welcoming to me. What I didn't expect was how quickly I'd feel like part of something bigger. From the start, I was welcomed with open arms and given opportunities to take on real responsibilities. In my involvement with the Friends of the Oak Park Library, I not only learned practical skills such as organization and communication, but also found a sense of belonging. For the first time, I felt like I was truly part of my community. Seeing people come together, sharing in each other's cultures and stories, and knowing I played a small role in making that happen meant the world to me. One of the most meaningful moments I've had was during the Mid-Autumn Moon Festival, the first Asian cultural event I helped organize with the Friends. When I was walking around in my Vietnamese ao dai, a young Vietnamese girl came up to me with a big smile, and that small interaction stayed with me because it showed how deeply representation can resonate with younger children. It's one thing to hear about your culture, but it's another to see it celebrated in a public space, treated with pride and joy. In that moment, I realized how powerful it can be for someone to see their identity reflected in the world around them. This is my hope as I continue to be involved in the library. Our library is the heart of a beautifully rich and diverse community, a place where people of all backgrounds come together to learn and share. I hope that through our programs, we can continue to uplift and celebrate the many cultures that make our community so special. I want every person who walks through our doors to succeed. And I believe that the library can be a place where everyone feels a sense of belonging. Being part of that mission is something I'm passionate about, and I'm excited to keep growing with it.
My name is Amber. I also go by Ann. I'm also a senior at Patrick Henry High School. So to me, the Friends has been unexpected yet very enlightening journey. I first joined. Well, joined a big word. But in September, and my friend Kaylin had texted me the night before the Mid-Autumn Festival asking if I would come and help with the planning and everything. I thought, I'm free Saturday, why not come? A couple hours. But from then, what I saw was a small, mundane activity turned out to be such a great eye-opening opportunity. Watching Kaylin lead the event and teaching to the younger kids like something that I've known growing up, that everyone around me knew growing up was special, and even when I was not prepared, I was asked like to help with the event, like doing some improv, and it was one of the most done in a long time.
Not as great as.
And so I've been with them for ever since. I get to meet with people whose kindness like inspired me, with aspirations and dedication to the community and the library here has inspired me too. I look forward to the meetings every month. I look forward to planning more events and inviting more people to hear and see what we can accomplish when we all like work together. And I get to plan events, I get to manage budget, I get to connect with people. I feel extremely honored that the Friends trust me with these opportunities. That they trust me to lead and help. I learned to predict things that can be predicted and also plan for what cannot. Like, you know, crying children sometimes. That children's often do. And most importantly, discover the feeling of pride when I see seeing the results of my planning with my own design. I also learned that giving back is so important to do. That together, by working together to dedicate yourself to something, it's also like to give back. Not only to give back, but also like to build yourself.
Hello, my name is Stefan Hassan, or Hassan, preferred. I found the Friends when I was back a year ago. Actually, it was a couple of months ago when I was in 12th grade. I didn't get some hours done. And I came to the library. I saw one of the flyers around and I contacted Miss Claudia. It was a little bit of a hassle, but I finally I managed to find my way. At first, it was just because I needed to get some hours done to graduate. Then I slowly got to get to know everybody in the library, and I'm really enjoying this. I'm glad to just stay here. The first time I was helping at an event was the Autumn Festival with Kaylin and Amber. The first few minutes I just sat there, I didn't know what to do, and I'm like, oh, what am I doing? I gotta go help them. So I went to Elita and I'm like, what am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to do? After that day, I realized that I really enjoyed being at the library. I went back and I remembered that I used to come here, I used to get tutoring here. I've been a part of this library ever since I was a kid, and I'm like, I really had nothing else to do, so I might as well just help whenever I can help people.
That's good.
All of these young people plus everybody else that is younger than me.
I got something for him to do.
Please enjoy the refreshments.
One last thing.
Okay.
Yeah, no. I thought it would be fun to go around and everyone give a very brief inspiration for the graduates. Something that they can carry with them as they move forward into college. And as soon as I remember, Amber is going to San Diego State, right? And Kaylin, you're going to San Diego State. And you're going to Grossmont College.
I'm going to Mesa, and I want to transfer to UCSB.
Great. Each thing, 1 or 2 words that would inspire these young people. So let's start over here.
Hello, I'm Joseph Razor. I've been in the community my whole life. I played at Oak Park baseball, went to summer school at Oak Park, but I went to elementary at Webster. But one thing I can say is stay strong, stay fast, and do what you need to do. I'm with VS1 Collection is my ministry, which is a clothing brand. And we are a partner with U.S. Homeland Security. And I'm all about community-based organizations coming together. You know, my grandmother instilled that in me as a child. And she was always doing all this stuff when I was growing up. And this is the good stuff. Stay focused. Whatever I could do. Hassan, you tell me you don't have nothing to do, man. You could be in charge of sales or something. Yeah, yeah. But all you guys.
When I have free time,
Right.
I don't really got much to do. Other than that, I'm doing math and I'm coding.
Yeah. Ooh, you code. We was just talking about coding. Yeah.
Oh man. Well, I don't have anything really inspirational to say except that I was also a transfer student to UCSD and it was an awesome experience. And that education is incredibly important. I strongly believe that it is the key to class mobility in the United States. And that is a really important thing, and I'm so happy to see all of you graduating, and I'm just really happy about it. So keep up the good work. You're doing great.
No matter what happens to you guys, your attitude, your inner attitude is going to determine your experience of that event. So stay positive.
Stay focused.
We in the United States, if you bring us hope, we are in good hands. And there's a statement that I always give to my students at the end of the semester. In life, you are either learning a lesson, teaching a lesson, or you are the object of the lesson being taught. So sometimes you never know which one you are. So your character is always out there. And that statement is not an original of mine. I don't know who said it first. Oftentimes when we don't know who said something, sometimes in our community we just say Maya Angelou said.
Maya Angelou.
But it's a great, great book, and I offer that to you. Thank you.
So if we move a little quickly, Brooke, you have something you want to say? And Mike? Okay. Yes. All right.
As this lady mentioned, some of us have been around for a long, long time, and I have to say on my part that you guys have warmed my heart. I've always felt that volunteers receive much more than they give. And those of us that are on the receiving end of it appreciate it more than we can ever say. And I hope that your futures are as bright as mine was when I was your age, and that you will continue to do the wonderful things that you do. Thank you very, very much.
Thank you. Anyone else want to say something?
I was going to ditto what my husband said, and really, it warms my heart. I was raised by books. I am warmed that your generation are warmed by books, and books will always be with us because we have this younger generation coming up. I am making sure that my next very young generation have been introduced to books from the time they've been practically 2 months old, and they already love books. So
We're talking about our great-grandchildren.
So, thank you. I have hope, and I know that you all will do very well, and thank you so much.
Brief statement.
Okay, I came to I'm on the other end of the spectrum of you. I'm the older one. I came in as an older person who loved poetry in this community. Thanks to Mark, the library opened up for children to learn poetry with me. And some of them were put in the San Diego the San Diego Poetry Annual Anthology for the first time for kids. There you are, right at this cusp of opening this up to who knows what, because you are brilliant in your experience and you will bring new things to it. So it was a pleasure to know you, to meet you today. Thank you for all you've done.
Thank you.
Anyone else? Pat?
I just want to say, stay together, stay in touch with each other. My high school class is about to celebrate the 70th reunion. We learn to use Zoom. We're in touch with each other, and it is just wonderful to see where we've all been, what has happened to us, the various stepping stones we've all gone in various directions. One of our members gets up at 2 a.m. in Australia to
Cut off.
And it's such a milestone to know that we were here today, and every so often you'll be together again. Keep up with each other.
Hey, that'll be 10, 20, 30, 40. Anyone? Brief statements because we're running out of time a little bit. Okay. Vicki? Libraries are more than just books. And the programs that you guys initiated, carried through, were so impressive that the people who were here that day, and they might have been younger, they might have been older, it's going to have a lasting impression on those folks. And I want to say thank you so much for what you have.
I just wanted to say thank you for all leadership as a mother of 6 kids.
The smallest child won the race.
What about the science circle? Whenever you guys graduate, please come back. I feel like some of them are not down there, so I'll look for a job somewhere else. But you're giving it. Yeah.
I would say.
Very impressive what you've accomplished. When I was in high school a few years ago.
Just a few.
But one of my teachers, several of my teachers said, Mike, if you work hard now, you go to college, it'll be a lot easier to graduate when you're in the workforce. And they were absolutely correct. So keep studying, keep reading, continue on.
That's true.
Make a difference. Take those challenges and opportunities. Those 3 things.
Has taught study skills and time management to students for decades. And one of the things is staff is really important. But I like to say, enjoy every moment. This is, you will not work on a bachelor's degree again. So enjoy every moment. That's hard.
Stay focused.
Everybody, please enjoy the refreshments, and I would hope that everybody that is in this library can have something to eat. All the students.
They should have this memorable moment.
It's been an honor for one. There's one more missing, but and it's been not only delightful, but it has been a spiritual one for me. And so good because of all the work and they're just, if they see something, they jump on it. They're very persistent. Persistence gets you places. Okay. So I thank you so very much. Tom, my name is Tom.